Hey guys, how are you doing? So I wanted to come in here as we're wrapping up our first month and talking about mindfulness and self-discipline. And we talked about the art of awareness. And I wanted to come back in and talk about the rest of the things that really wrap up into being more mindful. There's so much psychology that goes into this, so I'm going to wrap it up really quickly, so take some good notes. The second thing that we're wanting to do after we become aware of the things that we want to change is tracking and reviewing. And those are really important because they give you a clear idea of the exact behavior patterns that will help you to be more disciplined. So you want to track, for instance, when you're most likely to do your emotional eating and schedule alternative tasks around that time so that you can not dig into those bag of chips. I'm speaking from personal experience here. It's really helpful to keep a journal of the tasks or the habits that you're engaging in, and then be able to schedule in what you're going to do. And I really have found the sticky notes and meditating and really manifesting myself away from these things. Self-discipline is going to make you feel so much better. It's going to boost your self-discipline, and it's going to help you get on track for what you want to do. The third thing is consciously challenge yourself. I know that we've scheduled in a 5K challenge, which is going to be awesome. But when we're attempting, for instance, to break bad habits in order to become more disciplined, it requires a shift, a total shift in what we're doing and the way that we're doing it. So a large part of our self-discipline is totally stepping out of our comfort zone, which I don't think we're really comfortable in doing things that we're not happy with. You know, are we really comfortable there? But step into a place where you're willing yourself to do something different, even if it feels a little bit challenging at the beginning. I have a lot of people that say, I'm never going to do a 7:30 class in the morning. Well, if you really want it that badly, you will schedule yourself so that you can hit the 7:30, especially if other classes are not going to work for you in that day because of other things that have come up. Eventually, you will find that challenging yourself and becoming more conscious about these challenges and stepping out of that comfort zone is going to give you new decisions and, again, empower you more. And it's going to become more automatic. It's going to become easier. Trust me on this. I know it's not. The initial key to persistence is making things possible and doing them in bite sizes. Ask yourself some of these questions. Why did I make this goal in the first place? Why? Your why is so important. How do I feel if I don't do a disciplined decision that I want to do? How do you feel when something like that happens? How do you feel when you do make a decision and it is based on something that you want, so it's disciplined? Ask yourself, am I allowing my automatic and comfortable habits to win, or am I willing to forge through the resistance and create new habits? All right. The fourth thing is loving kindness. Stay aware of that internal dialogue that is our route to self-development and can sway us. So if you're consciously introducing yourself to self-compassion, non-judgmental, and you're having comforting dialogue that supports you, or are you having dialogue that drives you crazy, keeps you up at night, makes you feel horrible when you look in the mirror? What will help you to motivate you to get back on the horse if you've fallen off? And we all fall off. And I know that December, having that big lag of time, may be something that has been hard for you guys to get back on. You were doing so good, and then you got this time off without having, a class to come to, even though there were workouts to do. You didn't go because there was nobody there to, watch over and hold that level of accountability. I want you to find a place where you can reward yourself now for coming back in, and know that there is accountability here 5 days a week for the entire year. The fifth thing is our rituals, those behaviors, those habits, those things that we do. Aristotle said, we are what we repeatedly do. So excellence then is not an act, it is a habit. And there is a great power in doing something every day versus allotting one large chunk of time for completing a task. Or in this instance, for instance, if you want to get in better shape, build strength, trim down, or for health reasons, to get off of statins, lower blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, it's more likely to get it completed by doing small chunks of time. And that's why the 17 minutes per day, 5 days a week with power bands is more likely to get you to where you want to be than trying to schedule in 2 or 3 days out of the week with 1 to 2 hours for your workouts, because it is more likely to get done, and the consistency is going to get you to the finish line. And so what we want to do is build in these neuro pathways. This is actually neuroscience that helps us to build an automatic, like a craving for these workouts. Whatever it is that you're looking to do, consistency, small chunks is going to get you there. And the sixth thing that we need to build in is emotional regulation. We have all been in situations, I can speak firmly and clearly, when our emotions can get the best of us and kill our self-discipline. So whether it's in a relationship or something with anxiety that impedes your ability to focus, sometimes emotions can interrupt us, and they can change how we're thinking, they can change our behaviors, and intimately and ultimately they can self-destruct our connectivity and how we influence ourselves and those around us. So it's important to develop the self-discipline with mindfulness, and when you in regulating your emotions. Mindfulness is the greatest tool to help us to gain control over our emotions and hence over our behaviors, our patterns, our actions, and our habits. We are habit hacking, and I hope that this has helped you. I want you to go through this and write down those things that you have become aware of that you want to change. Track them and review them, see when they're showing up. Then consciously ask yourself, why did I make my goal in the first place, and what's going to keep me staying in my pattern so I can create these new habits. Be sure to be loving and kind to yourself. Bring yourself compassion. Do not judge yourself, and give yourself a break when things are going awry, and know that you can turn them around just like that. Look at your actions, look at your rituals, and connect with your why, and make sure that you do put in your calendar your daily workouts so that they become an act of automation versus something that you have to actually put in. And then finally, look at how it automates your emotional well-being and how it translates and will flow through everything else in your life. All right, you guys, I hope that you've done your homework with this, that you share with us below some of those things that you're working on, some of those things that you need more help with, and how we can be more accountable and guided for you. Create your best day ever. Girl power high five.